enough to get out of this midden, I'm taking you home.
Home. It was true. The Drew cottage was home now, and I couldn't wait to get back.
Katie, get us some soup, will you, pet? I've got you home now. I'll soon have you back to strength.
Symes, send Mrs. Lucas up. I need her to run an errand for me.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Tilly. How are you? I'm fine, Phyllis. Well, it's nice to see you.
Oh, Tar. It isn't me should be here at all, really. It is Mrs. Lucas, but she made some excuse. Anyway, the master wants you to go and visit him.
Visit him? What now?
Aye. But are you up to the drive?
I'm all right. I'm just a bit wobbly on my legs.
Oh, you'll be riding all the way. You can't come to much harm.
I'll wait for you outside.
Take whatever comes, lass. Grab it with both hands. He hasn't gone to the trouble of sending for you just to tell you what a lovely day it is. Come on.
Thank you, Fred.
You're welcome, Mom.
Come on. You'll be all right. Thanks, Phyllis. I understand the master wishes to see me.
Thank you, Symes. Hello, Trotter. Hello. Come, sit down. Leave us. Oh, and Mrs. Lucas, have tea sent up. A good tea, mind. So, how are you?
I'm quite well, sir, thank you.
Well, you don't look quite well. You're thin as a rake.
So I'm told, sir. Mrs. Drew says she'll never be short of a clothes prop.
You're staying with the Drews, I gather.
Yes, sir. I was sorry to hear about your legs, sir.
It's all right, Trotter. It's only thanks to you I'm here at all.
I never thought I'd see the day when I had to put myself out for that little trollop.
He's not himself, you know, Mrs. Brackett.
Oh, well, the sooner he starts being himself, the better. There. We don't want to keep Her Majesty waiting. Ada!
Did you ever think we'd see daylight?
No, sir.
Nor did I. I've wished more than once that I hadn't.
Oh, don't say that, sir.
You know the mine's finished.
So they tell me, sir.
I'm not sorry. I'm done with mining. Let someone else have it on their conscience. You know, I knew nothing about mines. Until I spent those days down there with you. Thank you, Symes. Trotter will see to me. Come on. Duck in. I asked you to come for two reasons. First, I wanted to thank you for seeing me through that awful time.
Oh, sir, I didn't do it.
No, don't protest. I know what you did. And I'll never forget it. The other thing was, I was wondering if you'd like to come to us over the holidays.
Let him go, man! You'll choke him to death! I said let him go! Yeah, you're McGrath, aren't you? The blacksmith at the mine will just clear off!
It was nothing to do with either you. I was corner. It was family business.
And her screaming her head off! Report to the mine manager first thing Monday morning.
It's all right, it's all right. There, my dear. God, they're savages. Savages.
Come on, Tilly. I'll take you home. Thanks for your help, sir.
You could have killed him, you know.
Pity I didn't.
In the name of God, what's happened?
What is it?
What happened, lad? What are you doing here today, of all days?
Oh, Gran.
Oh, Henry. Oh.
It doesn't take long in the telling. How McGrath tried to take her down, the dirty swine. And he netted her to do it.
Netted her?
You know the old game. A net slung up between a couple of trees. They used it years ago to trap ponies.
I'll stop at nothing. They're so sure it's here.
What's here? It's not just me is after, is it? There's something else. And I've got a right to know. Granda?
Ah, you've got a right to know, lass. Simon, you tell it.
It was about 30 years ago. Me da and your granddad there were bosom friends. Well, one day, they'd been out fishing over on Sopwith estate. They were resting in a field above the river, just thinking about setting off for home, when your granddad catches sight of Big Bill McGrath down on the riverbank, crouched down by a tree trunk. They were too far away to see what he was doing, but knowing the McGraths, they were certain he was up to no good. Anyway, when McGrath had gone, they made their way down to the riverbank. It turned out the tree trunk was McGrath's hiding place, and what they found was a store of stolen money. More than £700 it turned out.
God, it's gold.
So, now you know why I bring you a sovereign every month.
So we've been living on stolen money all these years.
Aye, we have, lass.
And the McGraths know.
They've guessed. What with your granddad not working but comfortable, they think it's still here. That's why Hal McGrath is bent on having you.
Here, clean up that cut. I only wish I could do something with your coat. Your wife will go mad when she sees it. And for this to have happened on your wedding day, I'm sorry to the heart, Simon. I'm really. I only hope your wife understands.
I will. I must be off.
Mr. Sutcliffe says you've been up to no good again, McGrath. Seems to run in the family. He says trying to rape young girls is not something he expects of his employees.
I told him it was none of his business. It was personal, I was courting.
Well, he knows the girl. And he says what you did wasn't courting. So that's what we owe you. Now get!
He's sacking us for that.
Watch it, McGrath.
Now, tell us, Buck, you sure what you saw?
As true as God is my judge, and Andy, there's my witness. You saw them, didn't you, Andy?
Aye. Astonishing it was. There they were, in this very room, dancing, with their arms about each other, and her singing. And it was nae him, I can tell you that.
Aye, and they had the skirts up like a pair of whores on the Shields waterfront. It wouldn't have been so bad if it had been in a barn, but in a house of worship. But I'll tell you something, I do not blame the parson's wife. She's been led astray by young Tilly Trotter.
Oh, don't be daft, man. She's just a lass.
Lass? No, there's always been something fishy about her. And her grandparents. Old man Trotter hasn't walked for years, yet they never seem to want. And tell me this. Why would Simon Bentwood ruin his wedding night for her, eh? What spell did she cast on him?
Oh, for goodness sake. I've never heard such bloody rubbish in all my life.
No language in here, Tom. Remember where you are.
Well, I say the Trotter girl is a witch.
Well, witch or no witch, it's plain the parson will have to put a stop to his wife's gallop. We can't have disgrace brought on the church.
Aye.
Another?
I don't know why you were asked in on this meeting. You're for her, aren't you? For the pair of them. When they're dancing on the altar and drinking from the font, you'll probably say that isn't witchery either.
Aye, I might and all.
It's a pity the village stocks are lying idle in Tilson's barn. They could be put to good use.
Why? Are you thinking of sitting in them?
Has she got to you and all?
All right, Tom?
Aye, Bessie. I'm fine.
So, how was the meeting?
Well, there'll be percussions up at the vicarage, take my word.
Percussions?
Aye. The parson's wife, she's been up to Larks with that young Tilly Trotter. Dancing in the vestry they were, and kicking up the skirts. I don't blame the parson's wife, mind. That Trotter girl's a bad lot. Look what happened on Farmer Bentwood's wedding night. What made your Steve spill the beans to Bentwood, eh? Eh? Tilly Trotter. I'll wager.
Aye. Should probably put a spell on him.
We were just saying it's a shame that the village stocks are gathering dust in Tilson's barn. They could be put to good use.
Vic, will you and Annie have a drink with us?
So you're the reason I'm out with John!
Hal, man! I don't know what you're talking about! Steady, Hal! Hal, leave us alone, you're hurting us!
You keep your nose out of my business, little brother. Or next time, I'll kill you. Come on, let's get her away.
Morning, Tom.
Morning, Bert. Hold on, boy.
It's a pity the village stocks are lying idle in Tilson's barn. They could be put to good use.
Giddy up! Come on! Come on, giddy up!
Ellen, when you agreed to become my wife, you knew there would be responsibilities and that they would be heavily laden with decorum. We talked about that, didn't we? Oh, Ellen, I do so want you to be happy and free to do as your mind directs, but my position hampers us both.
I danced with Tilly for a few minutes. He was so innocent. Those men are just being spiteful.
Well, no, Ellen, I'm sorry to have to say this, but you must stop seeing Tilly.
Not even due to her letters?
No, not even that, my dear. The villagers have some strange ideas about Tilly.
What kind of ideas?
Well, they seem to think she has supernatural powers.
A witch? They think Tilly's a witch?
Well, you must realize that ignorant people thrive on superstition.
I've never heard anything so stupid. Tilly's a sweet, innocent girl. She's never had a bad word for anyone. On what sentence do you suppose they'd pass on me? If they knew there were 3 miners waiting in the summer house this very minute, ready to take their lessons.
Dear God.
Parson!
Tom, what is it? Something wrong?
It's on Tilly, Parson. I think she's in danger.
Tilly, what's happened to her?
Well, I can't say for sure. All I know is that the other night, Bert Lortimer was going on about putting her in the old village stocks that once kept in Tilson's barn. Well, I've just seen him, Hal McGrath and Andy Fairweather heading that way in Lortimer's cart. And I swear they had young Tilly in the cart with them.
George, we've got to do something.
I think we should hurry, Parson. It's authority they want. Braun alone won't stop them.
Quickly, I'll bring the miners.
Ellen, no.
Mr. Drew! A friend of ours is in trouble. The parson and I would be much obliged if you could help us.
Aye, ma'am. Right.
Get her in, Hal. Get her in. Son. Not so high and mighty now, are we? See what happens when we turn down a good offer?
They're here, all right.
Get him!
Ellen! What have you done? Get me something! Quick! Anything just to blind him! You once before this day, Hal McGrath. I'm not the only one. Ours was just a bit of fun.
He's all one stringing up the bloody lot of yous.
Send for the doctor!
Come on, let's get you out of here.
Oh, me Ben. Don't take on, Henny. You've done nothing to deserve this. Look, why don't you go down to the stream and tidy yourself up a bit, eh? And for God's sake, don't let your granddad hear an inkling of this. He's very bad. He cannot take another knock.
Not so high and mighty now, are we? See what happens when you turn down a good offer? Ellen? Don't torture yourself. It was an accident.
I killed a man. I killed him.
No one's blaming you. If they hadn't put Tilly in the stocks, none of this would have happened.
Oh, George, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. What will become of us?
like to get my hands on whoever's behind this. Does your gran know?
No. I told her a fox got one of the chickens.
It's just as well. She's got enough on her plate.
Why did they call me a witch, Simon? I don't understand.
Don't let it worry you.
But it does. I've never done anyone any harm, not even to wish them harm. I'm scared, Simon. If it wasn't for me granny and grandad, I'd leave the place and go miles away. Somewhere where I wasn't known.
You can't leave. You know you can't. They need you and I... Well, they need you. So let's hear no more of it. Tilly, no one is going to hurt you. I'm going to be looking out for you now.
Thanks, Simon.
It's your handiwork, McGrath. I asked you a question.
Who wants to know your wife?
This is a warning. Leave Tilly alone. I'll have me to answer to. And that goes for the rest of yous.
What are you looking at?
In God's name, who's that at this hour?
I'm sorry it's so early, Tilly, but I had to see you. I've come to say goodbye.
You're leaving?
We can't stay here. We're not welcome anymore, I'm afraid. George has made up his mind to become a missionary, and where he goes, I feel I must go too. It's the least I can do for ruining his life. I have to get back. Promise me one thing. Promise me you'll keep up your reading and writing. I'll never forget you, Tilly.
A month later, my grandad died. He never found out what happened to me. Gran made sure of that. She said it was one less thing for him to carry to his grave.
The soul of our dear brother here departed. We therefore commit his body to the ground, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life, through our Lord Jesus Christ, who shall change our vile body, that it may be like unto his glorious body, according to the mighty working whereby he is able to subdue all things to himself.
The villagers stayed away from the funeral, and I knew it was because they blamed me for Bert Lortimer's death. Simon was the only one who stood by us.
Why don't you go and live across there?
Look, Mary.
Don't look, marry me. You went to the old fella's funeral at 10 o'clock this morning. Do you think the farm can run itself?
No. I don't think the farm can run itself. I was born and brought up on it, and I made it what it is, so don't try and tell me. And once and for all, the Trotters are me friends. Annie's an ailing old woman, and Tilly's just a lass.
Oh, a lass. She's a menace.
Mary.
I've got her to thank for my wedding night. And all that's happened since. They're saying she's a witch and they're right and...
Don't speak of her like that! She's a victim of circumstance, and that's all.
Oh, is she now?
Oh, for God's sake, woman. You'll drive me madder for you finished.
2 months we've been married. And now I'm driving you mad. Well, let me tell you something. While you're away from this farm, I won't lift a finger. I promise to be your wife, not a slave.
Have it your way, Mary. If you won't work, I'll get someone in who will. And you can sit on your backside and pick your nails, as it seems you've done all your life. Well, at least we know where we stand. Well, I'm off to Newcastle tomorrow. And I'll make sure the men don't let the place fall to pieces while I'm gone.
I hate you, Simon Bedwood. I hate you and I hate your farm.
Have you noticed the little witch has gone to ground? Nobody's seen hiding a hair of her.
Maybe she's avoiding you. Or maybe Farmer Bentwood got there before you.
Oh, I'll have her. I can bide me time. What I want to know is how the two of them are making ends meet now that the old man's gone.
What are you getting at, Hal?
Well, you know what my dad says. They've got his money. But maybe now we ought to find out.
Seems so strange without Granda.
Aye, lass. It does. Listen, Henny. Isn't it about time you made a fresh start? Got away from here? You don't have to worry about me. I can manage on me own.
I'm not leaving you, Gran. I mean it.
Well, one thing's certain. You cannot lock yourself away here forever. They're no better than you, so don't be afraid to look them in the eye.
All right, Gran. I won't be long.
Well, look, there she is.
You old bitch! Where have you been hiding it all these years?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We know you got what was rightfully ours!
Oh, whatever you're looking for, you find nothing here.
I will see about that! Are you gonna tell me? Or am I gonna have to knock it out of you? You must be here somewhere. Nothing, Mick. All right? Let's burn it then.
Please don't.
You're not wanted here, witch.
Gran! 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 Oh. Wake up, Gran! Gran! Oh, don't leave me, Gran. Don't leave me.
Don't wait, Tilly. You'll not bring her back.
No. No.
She's gone. Come on.
No.
Whoa, stand. Tilly's staying with us for the time being.
She's not staying here.
For God's sake, woman. The cottage is burnt down and her grand's dead.
I'm still not having her in my house.
No? Well, I'm having her in mine.
Any more ideas on the cause of the fire?
Seems it was started deliberately.
What will become of her?
I wish I knew. The whole village is against her.
Bloody ignorant fools. Let me know if there's anything I can do.
Hello, Simon. Come on in. Oh, isn't it a beautiful day?
It is, Annie. It is.
I've just been saying to William, a day or two more like this and we'll have 'em outside.
Aye.
I'll get you some beer.
How are you, William?
Oh, as you see me, Simon, no better, no worse.
I heard Tilly chopping away.
I bet there's not a cleaner line of trees in the county than Sopswood. She does the job as good as any man.
Ah, but I worry about that. She's coming up 20. She should be in service. I'm married.
Oh, why? And how would you two do without her? She's been a godsend to you since her ma died. You don't need to worry about her. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Too much of her, if you ask me. Do you know she can read and write better than the parson himself?
Is that right?
Aye.
She's had a good teacher, mind. Parson's wife.
I've heard all about her.
From what I've heard, she's as ignorant about being a parson's wife as I am about being lady of the manor.
I've been watching you, Tilly.
Why? That's nice for you.
You chop wood like a fella. But you don't look like a fella.
Can I have my axe back, please? Let me past, Hal.
I got something to ask you first. Can I court you?
Court me?
Aye. I'll be a good catch for you. And, well, me ma says you're ready for it.
Well, thanks all the same, Hal McGrath. But I'd rather walk out with one of Farmer Tilson's pigs. Now let me past.
Thanks, Sam. Will Tilly be up there all day?
Oh, she's her own boss. Suits herself.
Simon, you're in luck. She's coming down. Is that Hal McGrath out there?
Oh, it is. What's he after? Has he got his eye on her? Or is it the money?
Hopes to kill two birds with one stone, I should say. He hangs about nearly every Sunday.
Quick, before she comes.
Hello, Simon. Why didn't you come and rescue me? That Hal McGrath's been at me again. And you'll never guess in a month of Sundays what he asked me. He wants to court me. Him, Hal McGrath.
Court you?
Aye. He said I was ready for it.
That gormless clot.
You keep clear of him, Tilly. He's no good. None of the McGraths are.
Oh, I will, Simon. I will.
I don't know. I must be getting old. I came here with some news and I'm nearly going without spilling it. I'm getting married.
Married? No. When?
Next month. And you can dance with me at my wedding.
Dance? But I don't know how.
Oh, why? I'm sure you'll manage. Well, I'd best be off. You keep rested, William. Ta-ra for now.
Who are you marrying, Simon?
Mary Foster. You won't know she's from Fellingway. Now, don't you forget what I said about that dance now, will you? Tilly Trotter. Yeah, go on.
Yeah!
Did you know he was getting married? Or is that something else you wanted to keep from me?
No, we didn't know. And don't you be perky with me, miss.
I'm not being perky, Gran. But I'm 19, and yet there are things you keep from me. Like that sovereign up there that Simon brings every month. And don't tell me he's only paying back what he owes. How much could he owe to be bringing that sovereign all these years?
Now see what your niggling's done.
Oh, I'm sorry, Granda. I'm sorry I've upset you.
No, no, me dear, you'd never upset me. You're a good lass. Oh, you've been the light of my life since you came into it. Your ma and Dad would be proud of you.
For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect.
And it was perfect, Tilly. I do believe you're almost ready for Mr. Shakespeare. I think that would do for today, don't you?
Yes, Mrs. Ross.
Was there something else, Tilly? Is there anything wrong?
Oh, no. I mean, yes. It's just that Farmer Bedwood, he's getting married in 2 weeks, and he wants me to dance at his wedding.
Well, that's good. Isn't it?
Well, I don't know how. And I was wondering if you could teach me.
I'm afraid I'm no expert. But I'm sure I can help. Maybe Wednesday, when you have your lesson in the vestry?
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Ross.
Put your back into it.
Farmer Bentwood. Good morning, Mr. Sopwith. I hear you're soon to be hitched. It's true, sir. Next Saturday's the day. Let the halter be hung around me neck.
Well, let's hope you can manage the rider.
Oh, I can manage the rider. Oh, by the way, sir, can I ask, is it true what I'm hearing?
Depends what you've heard. All rumours have a spice of truth about them.
Well, they're saying the mine's all but finished.
Well, you set another rumour round. My mine isn't finished, nor likely to be.
I'm glad to hear it, sir. I really am.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ma'am.
Am I speaking with Mr. Sopwith?
Yes, you are.
I'm Lady Myton.
Oh, how do you do? I'm so sorry I haven't been able to call on you and your husband.
Farmer Bentwood. He's a neighbour. Would you care to ride back to Highfield with me and make my wife's acquaintance?
I'd be delighted.
Good. Goodbye, Bentwood. Happy wedding next week.
Aye.
All right. Not too fast. Keep him here, Laban. Symes, is your mistress still in her room?
I'm afraid I don't know, sir.
Thank you, Laban. After you, Lady Myton.
Stop! Stop it a minute! What's the meaning of all this noise?
Sorry, Papa.
It's no laughing matter. Where's Dewhurst?
In the playroom, Papa. Crying.
Well, get upstairs, all of you. And don't come down until you have my permission. Do you understand?
Yes, Papa. Yes, Papa.
Mrs. Lucas, will you kindly attend to your duties and contain that commotion? We've been over this particular matter before.
My various duties take me from one end of this establishment to the other, sir. There is a nursemaid.
Oh, go upstairs. Restore order. No! What can I say?
Don't be silly. I rather enjoyed it. It took me back. I always gave my nursemaids a hell of a life.
This is Lady Myton, Eileen. She and Lord Myton have taken Dean House.
I'm delighted to meet you.
Please sit down.
No, thank you. I can't stay long. I was hoping you'd be able to come and join us for dinner next week.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh, that's a pity.
I suppose you find this part of the world very stale after London.
Billy says he finds more to do up here. He's very interested in engineering. Lots of bridges, apparently.
Are you returning to London soon, or will this be your permanent home?
Oh, we'll be staying. Billy loves it here. I can't speak for myself yet, except that I know I'm going to enjoy the riding. The country's so open and wild, like the people.
Lady Myton, this is Mabel Venner Price, my wife's companion.
Your ladyship.
Shall we be going, then?
Oh. Yes. Of course.
Goodbye, Mr. Sopwith. I'll call again.
I'll be up shortly, my dear.
Well, yes, I would be free if you want.
Take him to the stables, David.
Should be good night.
Until today fortnight.
Until today fortnight. Not before.
She's trouble, that one, ma'am.
Trouble? In what way?
Well, from what I hear, she left London in a hurry. Her name was coupled with a certain gentleman, and Lord Myton was all for thrashing him. That's why they came up here.
Thank you, Mabel. I'll ring if I need you.
What's the matter with that woman?
She didn't like your guest.
My guest? She came to see you.
She's heard rumours.
Oh, yes, I bet she has. If there's any rumour to be sifted out, our dear Miss Price will be first down the hole.
Don't talk about her like that, Mark. She's a very good friend to me.
Eileen, Lady Myton came here as a neighbour. She likely wants to make friends.
Yes, apparently she's rather adept at making friends.
Why do you listen to Price and her claptrap?
I have no one else to listen to. You spare me very little of your time these days.
Look, I've told you, I cannot be in 2 or 3 places at the same time. I'm up to my neck at the mine. Come on, smile. That's better. Well, I suppose I'd better see if Dewhurst is still in tears. These children will be the death of me.
Morning, Parson.
Tilly.